is starting.
Yes!
Not for me, it isn't. I'm stuck on bloody.
Let's do this! Welcome everyone to the latest of the Smash Brothers Ultimate Directs.
Recently honored with 5 awards.
Oh, how cute! He has SNK controls, an SNK arcade control stick.
Aww, won 5 awards at the Japanese Game
Behold
Awards.
how much big our dick is.
You know, I hope that, Smash Brothers Ultimate gets counted for this year's Game Awards, because I wouldn't be surprised if it wins a few.
Well, there is a best fighting game category, if I recall correctly.
First, we'll start with what the Neo Geo.
Okay, Sakurai is still promoting other consoles outside of Nintendo.
Yes, even those that are dead.
In this case, it's extinct. SNK has exited the console market a long time ago.
I mean, I'll bet you at some point next year they'll say, oh, by the way, buy Crash Bandicoot for PS4.
Or don't you mean PS5, since I'm pretty sure the PS4 is on its way out next year.
Well,
I mean, when it comes to my experience with SNK stuff, I'm mostly a Metal Slug person. I know by fame the fighting games, but I never actually had the chance to try one myself.
the only thing I know about SNK is that they can't decide whether they want to play more or not.
But a single game was about 30,000 yen.
Well, and yet this is still more exciting than Square Enix's 2015 E3 with all that goddamn trivia.
300 times and 100 yen per play.
Dweebs, we were literally there during that.
Wasn't the fact that the problem with the was ungodly short?
No. That's Square Enix E3 of 2018 you're thinking of.
As it was called then, was sold in
and
for an arcade.
Oh, right, you're right. No,
yeah,
my bad.
E3 2015 was the one where they opened up with that boatload of trivia, and then while they had good stuff to announce like Nier Automata 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff,
Just the Automata, Jovan, there's no 2.
A lot of it was talking over actual substance, sadly.
I'm sorry, I can't stress enough the fact that Sakurai is devoting quite this lengthy part of the video to describe how amazing the SNK consoles were. Who are you,
Hello,
the nerd?
My name is Masahiro Sakurai, and welcome to my unboxing of the Neo
the Pocket Color. He's gonna take you back to the past.
So what are they gonna do? Have it so that you can actually hook this up to your Nintendo Switch to play as Terry?
Yeah, the Neo Geo X, a console that did almost as badly as the Wii U when it came out.
Next, let's
music.
Fatal Fury.
It released in 1991. The same year as Street
Once
Fighter
again, similar to the game itself, I'm not too familiar with SNK music, but it's not Metal Slug, so...
Sakurai could start his own YouTube commentary channel, and that would probably...
The Java, he's already so written by work. Look at this goddamn person's eyes.
He's almost as bad as Akira Hiro.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god! He's finally starting to have eye bags. Like, this is the first time I've seen him with
incorrectly
actual
thought of as an imitation of Street Fighter 2.
I dread to think what his calcinoma on his shoulder is like right now.
Why do I get the feeling that it's not a clone, it's an inspiration? I bet SNK wrote that bit. I told Sakurai, either you say it wasn't the clone or we're pulling away fucking Terry.
Yeah. The one thing that I know is that Geese Howard is like the ultimate weeaboo, in the sense that he's American, but he's voiced by a Japanese person and has like one line of English total.
Yes.
Damn it, I've been hey, you can't say damn in a Nintendo stream.
Where have you been for the last decade and a half?
There was a Nintendo Direct where in order to publicizing Diablo 3, they literally said, use your Switch to open the gates of hell.
Oh yeah, that's right. How did Reggie get out of that?
I have no fucking idea.
Maybe that's why he retired. It's like after that he decided, okay, I gotta get out of the game before I get into an injury that I won't be able to recover from.
Yeah, another thing that I know is that SNK has always been very friendly in terms of re-releasing its ROMs on as digital service on other console systems for preservations. So yeah, there is that.
Then I recommend the King of Fighters 98.
Could this be hinting at a new SNK collection for the Switch, maybe?
Sakurai,
Actually, I think there's already a Neo Geo section.
Sakurai, not for nothing, but I thought you were trying to demonstrate Terry, not sell us on
Dweebs, it's called preparation. He's preparing us for the actual character, for the people who have no jack shit about him.
Yeah, and from what we've seen,
on the internet.
From what we've seen, there's a lot of people who, despite with the vast amount of information on the internet, still don't bother to look up jack squat about Terry, to the point where we have the meme, they consider him Ken with a hat.
Isn't part of Smash's thing to show off these kind of characters to more obscure people?
Well, yeah, that's kind of what we're doing.
That's exactly what's happening, Dweebs.
I said it wrong. I said more people, not more obscure people. Like I'm obscure.
I want to make sure
Sakurai, that statement you just made about someone being fun and not recognizable, I understand that. Just don't try using an excuse to put some weird shit that nobody cares about.
We're still recovering from that piranha plant. Terry Bogard joins the battle!
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
It'd be better if they put in a
Goomba. Reflects the era of his original game.
If I recall correctly, Terry didn't change too much his costume over the years.
It almost makes you wonder, is this really a Super Smash?
Would you believe that there's a lot of people asking if SNK Heroines Terry Bogard will be an alternate skin?
That, I don't think it's too unplausible to make. And remember, SNK Heroine was, even if it's multiplayer, was heavily publicized for the Switch. So...
Of course they're having him face against Wait, they should have had him face against Ken! Come on!
Too easy, I suppose.
Yes.
And his dash is
of course, he has classic moves from the Fatal Fury series.
This is a move you can use in real bout Fatal Fury Special.
I guess similar to Ryu was conceived for Smash 4, the idea that if you input the code in a similar way you would in an actual fighting game, you do a bit more damage.
Compared to Ryu, his attack speed
Really, what are you doing?
This is to match his original series. Now for smash attacks. First up, backspin kick. This smash attack is the equivalent to his strong attack, but the motion is even cooler than in his original series. Next, wild upper and slide kick. Both are from the original
He better
series.
say, "Are you okay?"
Then his mid-air move. Jump, then
I guess it's his catchphrase.
kick. Jump,
To
then
walk,
backward kick.
press left and right.
And then
Well, thankfully they're not doing anything that
however, the
basic.
somersault kick
That
is not
somersault kick
Okay.
is very awkward. I have no idea how to
But
make
we needed a
it,
move
how
to
people
attack
can
up.
make it work in air combo.
Jeremy, what you said about the piranha plant earlier, I still have over the
Jump and then
bloody,
karate.
pretty much
Down.
LP of here. Look,
If you
look,
successfully
here's how to
pull off the
navigate the
counter,
menu.
it's possible
God.
to attack with a meteor effect,
Oh.
as you can see here. It's basically like Ryu's.
Nice.
Next, I'll cover his throws. His forward throw is his familiar Buster throw.
Yeah,
His back throw is also
we
like
said earlier that there wasn't a clone of Street
And his
Fighter,
down throw?
and we're having him beat up a
leg
Street
breaker
Fighter
kick.
character.
As a demonstration for
In
that.
fact, he used it in the game.
The one thing that I
Wild
think
Ambition.
I'm kind of certain of it is that maybe unless he has like one or two exceptions, a bit similar to Tekken's Fatal Fury and subsequently King of Fighters, in terms of a fighting game, does not rely on projectiles for its meta. Most of the people tend to fight close and personal.
I wonder if these
During a
games
spot
have
dodge,
different
immediately
names
press
here
the
in
button
Europe
to
because
counteract.
what's in the American
I
street.
don't think so, actually.
During a dodge attack,
Let me check in the meantime, but I'm pretty sure it stayed consistent as far as the names are concerned.
Now for his special attacks. His neutral special with just the B button is
Yeah, the power wave. That is actually an actual range projectile. But again, if I recall correctly, they're more scarce than in, say, something like Street Fighter.
weak and strong.
I have to think of it, Street Fighter is probably the most
And this one is strong.
projectile-heavy fighter
Ryu,
of the
in
main
his
bunch.
original game, he used 3 buttons, so there were weak, medium, and strong attacks. For Terry Bogard, you could use 4 buttons in his original game.
Oh my
but
God.
There were only 2 buttons
It's
for
SNK
Wow.
versus
so
Street
that's why he
Fighter
only has 2
HD.
attack levels, weak and strong. This rule
Pretty
applies to
much.
all of his special attacks, so please keep that in mind. By the way, the attack power wave is a move that shoots energy along the ground. But how does it look in the air?
Okay, now the waves I checked, the names stayed the same even for Europe.
This is how it looks now.
And as for America.
King of Fighters 96, the power wave ability had a shorter range. So
to this day, I got the European stream on my phone. To this day, I'm still wondering, how come the European one just have the Japanese audio subtitle, whereas American ones do?
Holding in the direction of your opponent.
I guess you put more effort. I don't know.
This move also has a weak and strong version, as well as a command input. Like the Hadouken command input from Street Fighter 2, you perform this command using the directional inputs down.
Yeah, just like I was thinking. Again, if you do that, it's more effective. Basically, fighting game veterans have a more advantage thanks to muscle memory.
Nice.
And strong without command input.
Yeah, having played on Holy War recently, I've just been wondering, is there a character in any of these games where they have pretty much a suicide move?
Ganondorf with an air throw, I guess, if he does it on a bottomless pit. It is kind of like a suicide move.
There's a little kamikaze move.
A strong version with the command input really is strong, even capable of KOing opponents.
Okay, that were like those with the analytical video game review videos. As you can see, there is a green effect on the screen.
So Sakurai has done that pretty much since the start of the game, start of the marketing, even for Smash 4, when he said, look at how much more particles we can make for these shiny effects. But the actual selling point with in Smash 4 was the fact that King DDD was way more expressive.
There's also a command input version. It's performed by using the directional button.
I hate this combination.
Oh no!
Actually, no, it's not this one.
Oh.
My bad. No, it's the down left diagonal, because you need to be very fast, and precise for it.
It creates a bit of an arc, so it can be used as an anti-air attack when your opponents try to hit you.
But usually in fighting games, you have like 3 general types of moves with some variations, building up from that. The 2 that forms an arc, one towards. Imagine an analog stick. Imagine one pressing down, being pressed down, and then performing an arc, one on the right and one on the left. Those create 2 sets of moves. But then there's this weird combination, you need to press down, then immediately left, and then spinning an arc towards down. It's awkward, and I have no idea we invented that for arcades.
Do this, then continue.
I saw the -1 thing just then earlier, the Sakurai messed up. Tried to edit it out, but messed up editing that out.
So be careful. And this is his up special, Rising Tackle.
The London March.
It also has weak and strong versions.
Okay, Terry's aerial moves are weird so far.
Yes, they are.
And did you notice that if you hold down briefly to charge, your whole body glows a little? In this case, your whole body will be invincible at the start. Either way, your legs will be invincible.
Ooh, invincibility, I dig.
In action. With the standard Rising Tackle.
Let's see, frame by frame.
I got completely wiped out when I threw myself at them.
Ooh.
But with Rising Tackle's charged command version.
Yeah, you can see it glows, which means it has invincibility frames.
So you come out on top.
Yeah, I can imagine Terry ultimately is gonna be the character that it's easy to learn but difficult to master.
Very much.
Though it's more rewarding.
You can still use Rising Tackle.
Yeah, like the
This
Street
is also
Fighter
very
characters.
helpful when you're trying to recover, so please keep that in mind. His down special is Power Dunk.
Well, he said something in English, I guess.
I wonder if they'll give him an English VA.
No,
This side,
no.
down, diagonal,
Very
down,
confirmed it's
and
his Japanese
also
usual VA, I forgot
short
which
different
specific
commands.
one it is. Sure.
If you can pull it off, you'll
That's
be
because Terry has never been voiced in English.
Really?
Yeah,
Also, you can hear a
I
sound,
guess so.
at least I think. Let me check, just to be sure.
but it
I
might
could
be
have
tough to
sworn
make
there was
out.
at least one occasion.
Oh,
Now, let's talk about canceling
wasn't
specials.
No.
I'd really like you to keep this in mind. First, if you use a special after attacking with a standard attack, the special won't come out until the move animation has finished.
Canceling special moves.
That makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here's what happens if you cancel out of it. At this moment here, if you've successfully entered a special command input, the rest of the animation will be cancelled, allowing you to attack again immediately.
Wow. That's gonna bring quite a bit of combo potential to the
And once your leg
table.
extends,
Yeah.
you'll perform the move. Set it up so that when you attack, you
Yeah,
can
I checked. No English voice actor. Though apparently
This will
he
increase your
just
offensive options.
changed the
Please try this
Japanese
out.
one. The previous
For
one that he had, Satoshi Hashimoto got swapped for
This is a bread and
Takashi
butter
Kondo, starting with King of
Aside from
Fighters
that-
14, the more recent one.
You can also get Terry to fly out and attack in an M shape. In his original game, you could only cancel attacks on the ground, but in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's possible to cancel aerial moves.
Not bad.
The types of aerial attacks that you can cancel are limited to things like neutral air attacks or down air attacks. But I think it would be wise to use these combos to expand your offensive options.
Alright. Oh, the final.
And at last, the
Right.
final smash. His final smash begins with triple geyser. Terry will shoot 3 geysers straight forward.
Doesn't seem to have a long range though.
However, if you think that's all,
Oh, let me guess, you can charge it.
Oh.
Oh, okay, if it connects.
Ah.
as you can see,
Huh.
if
Power
triple geyser
dunk and
connects,
buster.
you'll follow
But
up
yeah,
with power
again,
dunk
if I
and
recall
buster
correct,
roll.
another thing that if I recall correctly, the SNK fighting games, as well as at least the major ones, King of Fighters, because I think somewhere
wondering
Showdown
what happened to
started
his original
changing that
super
as well.
special moves.
When it comes to supers, are not too
Yes, they're here
cinematic,
too.
so
Yeah.
they are structured in a more simple
The
way.
usual rules, when Terry's damage meter rises up to 100% or higher,
Go!
and in stamina mode, when his overall HP drops to 30% or less, you'll see this go icon at the bottom of the screen.
What does it do?
At this point, if you enter this specific command,
Oh, you can input Power Geyser.
you can initiate the power geyser you see here. The command input is, if I borrow the way it's said in the original game,
Okay.
down, angle down, side, angle down, forward.
Oh,
Weird.
God.
Well, it's a bit
Yeah.
complicated. Down, then backward, then forward.
Yeah, it's a double arc. It's actually kind of rare to be for an
It is an
execution.
action game after all, so you get to control the direction of your punch, be it right or left.
Again,
In that case,
difficult
no
to
matter which
master,
direction you're going
definitely.
for, just swap the right input and left input. It's like this: downward, then backward, then forward, or down and then the opposite direction.
Kind of like a
if that's
pendulum,
forward.
Jova.
Yeah.
And then
I wish
there's
more
this other
fighting games
super
would just
special move,
describe moves like that, as opposed to just doing only the directional button types.
Buster Wolf. You can initiate
course,
this one
Buster
by
Wolf.
repeating the Hadouken command input twice.
Oh,
Down to side,
double
and
arc in
down
the
to
same
side again.
direction.
Yes,
So
he
basically-
said
It
it!
can be rather difficult to pull off moves.
So the
using
more
original
Terry is
game commands.
damaged,
But
I
you
mean,
can
the
also
more
use
Terry
Super
gets
Fighting
damaged,
In the case of Power Geyser,
he gets the
remember
ability
this:
to do these
down,
special moves
side,
like this.
Down, forward. As long as you input the command downward to the side, to the back, downward again.
Okay, I think
and
this
then
is
forward,
one
You should be fine.
for more asinine
In
combinations.
the case of Buster Wolf, it's simply
It's simple,
down,
right?
Side, down, side.
It just works, Jova.
That should be easier to remember.
Yeah.
Can you keep up, Lives?
Even
Hey, it's
though the
easy to
command
remember,
is
it's more
complex,
difficult
you
to
can
actually
still
input
block
it properly,
easy.
especially
Yeah,
on a
probably-
joystick.
Well, Bob, I'm not
Since
very
these
good
moves
at these
can only
kind
be used
of
when Terry has taken a lot of
kind of
damage.
moves.
You'll be in even
Well,
more
I rarely
danger
play
if your
fighting
opponent
games,
blocks.
and
so they're high
Yeah.
risk
Well,
and high
that's
return.
partly why. I have to remember.
These savings
Oh,
will
is
be
it up,
really neat to make
down,
a last-ditch
R3?
Well, Dave's not necessarily. It's
again and
not
again.
necessarily a
Be
case
careful.
of.
Your opponent may be able to predict
Oh.
your move and take action.
Yeah, that too. But
Essentially, it's
it's
best
not
to use
a
it when
simple
it's
case
least
of
expected.
remembering. It's inputting
Or to
them
cancel out a
correctly.
combo
Some
like
of
this.
again, the arc move is actually really easy to remember an input
For
like that.
taunts, I
It's
decided to
more
match his
this
original
one
game.
that
His up taunt is, hey, come on, from
the
King of Fighters
the
series.
joystick has to
His
register
down taunt
correctly the
spins his hat
input.
like in the
It's
real
more
WoW series.
difficult on that.
And his side taunt is stand up from
Ah,
Battle, Mark of the
nice.
Wolves.
As you don't know, before King
I
of
demonstrated
Fighters,
him using various special
a bunch
moves
of
in the game
the
so far, and
SNK
you can hear
fighters
his
were
voice.
more separate, and that occasionally some gets in there. It was really King of Fighters was really the first
We've incorporated both his longer
major
remarks, like
crossover
Faraway,
fighting game
Oh.
older titles, and
in-house.
his shorter remarks, like Rock You, from newer titles.
Both old and new voices.
I guess it's for the lyrics.
And here are his
Oh, here
color
it's palette swaps. No, no
There's a good
fan
variety of
Terry.
colors
Ah,
available
well.
across the series. And the cap design is slightly different.
Oh, that's nice.
Includes both old and new voices.
They're based on his original games,
Oh,
and we've also
nice.
included some from the King of Fighters 14 and the anime series.
Yeah, King of Fighters actually has an anime. Don't throw your hat, Terry.
For example,
You know, he's
it
gonna
happens
throw it
during
for
his
Ken to
victory
pick up and then toss back to him.
pose. His cap also blows away when he is defeated in stamina mode.
Yeah, the stadium.
All right,
stage is
let's have a
called
look
King
at
of
that new
With
stage.
cameos.
It looks like one hardcore fighting coliseum.
I wonder if he seems listening to our remixes made from
The text
Smash or
above
if
the
they're from
Jumbotron
actual
reads,
games
King of
themselves.
Fighters.
Again, I don't have much experience, so I
When we
don't know
talk
how to
about
tell
a game
you.
title, we need the up front, but the name of the tournament in the game's story is just King of Fighters. This is a very unique stage,
Of
and it follows
course.
some rules that haven't existed in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate before. First, the edge is walled.
Oh,
In the Super Smash Bros. Series,
Oh
you need to
my.
launch
so
opponents
how
off
do
the
you
stage.
actually KO your opponents?
Here,
Up,
however, the more
yes.
damage a fighter has accumulated, the more the wall will visually react when they're launched into it. Can you see?
Ah.
Eventually,
I guess it will crack. Yeah,
fighters will
You've
break
literally
the
got to
Interesting,
beat them out
yeah.
of your house like that.
you
There are
can't
fireworks
you
in the
can't
back.
cheese your way out of this.
Basically, this special
Ah.
feature allows you to KO an opponent only after they've accumulated enough damage.
Wow.
That way, you can enjoy the battle more like you would in a traditional fighting game. When you're close to the wall,
Something for everyone.
it's possible to be KO'd even when your damage is low. It's just like in regular stages.
Interesting. So
In
if
the
you're
real
very
Fatal
close,
Fury
better
series,
watch
There
out.
was a feature in which the walls could be destroyed and players could suffer a ring out when they hit the wall. This isn't
Huh.
exactly the same, but we made
Cute.
it kind of similar to that.
Oh, well, crap. I have enough
enjoys playing
problems
at
with
this stage, all
trying to
its special
unlock
rules.
characters because sometimes I have a hard time beating them and they KO me at
By the way,
0%.
there are guest characters in the background, right? Since we have the opportunity, I'd like to introduce them to you.
Alright, let's see these cameos.
Bring them on.
First up, Andy Bogard.
Oh,
course,
Andy
brother,
Bogard, of
Terry
course.
Both of them were adopted from an orphanage and raised by Jeff Bogard. However, while Terry's teacher was Jeff Bogard, Andy studied under
I thought
Mike Jones's father.
I read the
He
wrong
uses
thing. I thought his
full-time
character's
fighting
name
style.
was Pastor.
Why?
Joe Higashi.
I read
He's one
the
of three
wrong
main
thing.
characters From earlier games
I read
in
the bit
Fatal
at the
Fury
top
series.
of the music
He's
track
the only
instead
one
of his
that doesn't
name at the
have
bottom.
any connection to Geese Howard. He's a Muay Thai champion.
Huh.
Kung Fu Roo. He's the
Yeah, the
master of
classic,
Holy Fist of 8 ways,
old
and he
master.
also trained Jeff Bogard.
Again, like you said, the
He can
fighting
enlarge
games
his
usually
body
tended
as
to
well.
have archetype clones.
Billy Kane.
God forbid we
He's
get a
Like
cameo.
a Bruce Lee clone, Jackie
He's the
Chan
right-hand
clone,
man of
stuff
Geese
like that.
Howard. While he
God
appears
forbid
as
we
a
get
There's,
a...
this costume is based on his
There's that
appearances
Dragon
in
Ball
King of
character.
Fighters 97 onwards. You can't really see his back,
His
but the
name
no
is?
smoking symbol is definitely there.
Geese Howard, of
Geese
course.
Howard. Big boss of
Predictable!
Southtown. And he's the rival of Terry Bogard. falling off of buildings is a
You think Sakura can't resist the joke? And of course, Rock Howard.
His first appearance was Garo.
This is actually a fan favorite by everyone. So
And Terry actually raised
his name is actually pretty common and
That
famous.
means his appearance in this game at this age with that look doesn't really jive with the timeline, but Smash is kind of like that.
It's a time
Yeah, who
paradox,
cares?
whatever.
Cup one. He uses Taekwondo. He considers
Oh,
himself a
interesting
fighter for
that
justice. His whole
no my Shirano is Sakurai. Are we afraid of something?
Ha! I knew it. I knew they. Wait. I knew that they wouldn't cameo her.
He's very
Well, I
selfish
haven't seen her
and
yet,
aggressive.
so
Blue Mary. Her first appearance was in Fatal
Oh,
Fury
Blue
2.
Mary.
She uses combat sambo, and she's a good
Wow,
drinking buddy of
Ryuji
Terry.
from Persona 5 got buff.
Those were the characters
Sure.
in the Fatal Fury series, but from here on, let me introduce characters from
Oh!
other series.
Oh crap, maybe they are gonna have my
She's a
Shirano.
Psycho Soldier. Psycho Soldier is a memorable
Oh, hey,
game
Athena.
released around
Psycho
1986,
Soldier.
and it was the
I
first
haven't
title
heard of
to feature a
that.
fully voiced theme song within the game. This epic
Athena
song was
sucks.
also remixed for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Seems
and it was
a lot of
recorded
people are
in
called
Japanese
Athena, actually.
and English.
The only ones I know are the one
Music
from Ace
starts.
Attorney and the Greek god.
Kyo
We got
Kusanagi.
this.
Of
He's the
course,
protagonist of the King of
this is
Fighters
actually
series.
the Ryu
The
of the King of
ancient martial
Fighters
arts
games.
Kusanagi.
Oh yeah, to the point where some people were actually
Protagonist.
thinking
There
he
are
might have been the
differences depending on
Smash
which version
Brothers
you're talking about,
candidate.
like Orochi and Nest.
Psycho Soldier theme overseas version.
Anyway,
Wow, what's
he
the
is forever a
difference?
school
It's
kid.
in English.
Iori
Of course, Yori Yagami.
Yagami.
That's
I thought it'd be like they added another layer of
this
music
character in the
compared to
game,
the
at
other.
this is the
due to his
edgy
look and attitude,
rival
I thought whoever
character,
created this character must be a
and of
genius.
course he's very popular as a result.
Goro Daimon.
Oh, of course,
He's a
whoever
judo
created it
gold
must have been a
medalist belonging
genius.
to the Japanese team, and he likes to throw his opponents. Chang
These
Gohan
two are
and
from
Choi
Samurai
Bongye,
Showdown, I think. No,
One
still
is
King of
Combat
Fighters. My bad.
and the other
Yeah,
is
that belt
Slash.
would look like it would really
They are
hinder
currently
his
undergoing
movement on the
rehabilitation under the previously mentioned Kim Cup one.
Not in the previous guy.
Ralph Jones.
Oh,
and
these
Joe
are from
Originally, they were main characters in the
Ikari Warriors. There you go. They
before
also
Neo
appeared
Geo.
in Metal Slug.
They appeared as guests in the
Yeah.
Metal Slug series too. Ryo Sakazaki, the protagonist of Art of Fighting. The
Ah, I
original
love
Art of
that
Fighting was
saxophone
released just
sound.
before Fatal Fury 2.
Gotta
That
say,
means it's the
these
first game to
cameos are
implement
quite
a true super
wide-ranging.
special move.
Yeah.
How could I not include him?
Next up is the
King.
cleaner
Her
who
first
pops the
appearance was in
floors of
Art
the
of Fighting,
development
and she's a
studio.
bouncer and bodyguard. She is a beautiful
I
woman.
love
with
how we have a
androgynous
female
sense of
character
style.
called King.
Next,
Yuri,
Yuri
I
Sakazaki.
think this
She
one
was
is from
kidnapped
Samurai
in the first Art
Showdown.
of Fighting game, but after that, she's trained
Yuri!
hard and mastered
Hey,
every
she
combat
looks like
in
what's her
just
face
1
from
year.
Street
In
Fighter.
other words, she's a genius.
Sakura.
Yeah, Sakura.
So, as you can see,
But the
Really?
Sakura
No,
too.
my Shiranui.
Total-
Huh.
Wow.
Totally
you know,
hot
it's
Street
very
Fighter.
cumbersome. I mean, it takes a
I
lot.
said that
of time.
earlier.
But so many people love each and every one of these characters, even outside the confines.
Yes,
of the
Sakura, I
individual
get
series.
it. You're working really hard, and I am thankful for that.
By the way, you may
Just
have
know
noticed
that when
a
he
very
eventually
important
dies,
character
it'll be
from the
because
Fatal
of us
Fury series
asking
was
too
not
much of that
included.
man.
Yes. Mai
Oh,
Shiranui.
he's talking about her.
Super Smash
What was
Bros.
his epitaph?
Hold on,
Uh,
Lives.
Many different ages. So
What
we
does
decided
epitaph
not to
mean?
feature
Never ask me for anything ever again.
Are you trolling Sakura again?
Also,
Aww.
my music features a variety of tracks, and the music that plays affects which special
That
guests will appear.
was okay. Weird. He goes out of his way to specifically
example,
mention just her not joining.
There's a track
I guess she
called
is
Pasta,
pretty
and when
popular,
the music
but
No, I
Only
thought
Bogard
it was into all because she's an assist, one of the
I
assist
hope you look
characters,
forward
but
to that as well.
well, DLC characters have never come with an assist trophy.
you're right.
Yeah.
All right, time for
Okay,
the
I'm done
classic,
providing information.
Sakurai
So now
play
let's jump into some
test.
actual battle.
All right. I guess
This
to be
time,
fair,
I'm
it's
going to
probably
play
for
the
the
Terry
best,
route
since
of
our
classic
assist trophies involve Crust Dreams.
On top of that, I
Oh,
want to try
we're
and
doing
hit
the classic
highest
mode.
intensity level. Let's see if I can get all the way up to intensity 9.9.
Sakurai, I see we're quite daring
Honestly, playing the
today.
game in extreme difficulty while doing commentary is extremely hard.
I can't read the.
One or the other is doable, but doing both at once forces me to divide my attention. But that means I should do my best at both. I'll do my best. First, This route
Alright,
is
Sakurai,
named the
let's see how
King of
good you are at your own game.
3 characters who have some sort of connection.
Good job, it's not a good time to mention that a lot of time, well, I'm confident that in this case at least we did, but you have to remember that for a long time, a lot of times, devs did not play tested the things they did.
I know.
That's why a lot of times the difficulty seems so cheap and impossible, because it actually is.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, in Sakurai's case, he has actually won quite a few matches. Hey, he and Toby Fox even played a few matches over at his house.
Okay, I did it anyway.
English.
Of course, even in this mode, it's not impossible for me to try for a KO. But normally,
Rosetta?
it'll be
That must be a Japanese.
Yeah.
There. Done.
They are out!
Give me something.
Sheik,
Next,
Link, and
round 2.
Zelda.
It's the Legend of
Wonder
Zelda
what
team.
final boss for
Just
Terry's
because
mode,
characters
for
are
Terry
because of their similarities,
arcade
that
mode
doesn't mean that
is.
they have to be
Maybe it'll be
Or as Alina,
Ryu.
you failed to beat a mortal, therefore you are banished from your job.
This is Let's Go to Seoul.
Or maybe his final boss will be Ken.
And I've got it set up so that we don't.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, totally not.
It would be easiest to simply knock him off the screen, but
Also, it's nice that his battles are stamina battles. Yeah, definitely one of the best things about Smash Ultimate is the classic mode and how much that thing pays homage to every single character the best it can.
But if we're going by that logic though, if you play a Solid Snake in classic mode, does that mean you can't ever get hit as him, otherwise you fail?
There actually are some matches, not quite that, but akin to that in some classic modes.
I can't go to the edge.
Basically, for a nice,
Sudden death.
for a nice example here, in Mario's campaign, the final boss is Bowser, culminating in Giga Bowser, which is sort of an homage to how a Mario game usually ends with a giant fight with Bowser here or there.
And specifically the new Super Mario Bros. Games series.
He wears his cap backward when he does a power down.
It's just because we made a lot of them doesn't mean that they're automatically bad.
All the giants are lined up. Of course, the music track is talking
Also more about people didn't really, well, not say hated them, but didn't really like them as much as.
That
wasn't
depends.
so much
Again,
that
it
they
all
hated
depends on
them.
the timing.
Yeah,
Again,
that's what I just said, Jerry.
Fatal Fury 2.
stuff like New Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS is perfectly serviceable, but it came at a time where people were hoping instead for an actual new Mario game, to move on from the formula, but instead they were not.
It was more a case of fatigue with that series, which is sort of why New Super Mario Bros. Wii U Deluxe on the Switch has sold a lot better, seeing as how now we're in a time frame where people aren't sick to death of 2D
Big Bear
Mario.
is his true identity.
Also, it probably didn't help that they reused assets a lot. Not to the point where, like, well, they reused level design, but they definitely reused assets a lot amongst those, which was weird for Mario.
I'm beginning to find
Alright, let's see who's next.
Round 4. The whole atmosphere is a little different than how it's been up until now, right?
Game set.
I think one of my favorite classic modes is definitely Ridley, seeing as how that ends with pretty much how his trailer ends. Like, well, the penultimate fight for that
Killing
one.
Samus.
Yeah, specifically Zero Suit Samus is on the penultimate stage in the Orpheus stage where his trailer takes place.
Now that I'm thinking about it,
Complete with his
I suppose
theme
both
playing
Lady
as well.
Palutena and the Athena games were possibly an homage to the Athena of Greek mythology. Plus, I wanted to do something
Of course they were, Sakurai. Of course, Kid Icarus was always an homage to that.
It's a nice Kokugen
Not a ripoff, we swear.
Well,
If I let my
yeah,
guard
like
down,
what we said at the start,
I'll
it's
easily
not a
get
rip-off.
defeated, so I need to pay attention.
Just to ram that down people's throats. So we beat Pit. Now we're playing as
By the way,
a canon fan
You can use
character.
moves like crack shoot to aim for overhead platforms, so they have some utility to them.
Seriously, Dark Pit is what I'd imagine people were probably twisting
Picture in check.
fanfics to make
That was
to make their
close.
version of Pit.
Looks like
Can
that
you believe how
firebar didn't
popular
work out
he
for us.
is?
Well, again, fan stuff. I'm not too surprised. Yeah, I gotta say, he's making, for being God, that's
Oh,
the
Sonic,
ability
Mega
to
Man, and Pac-Man. That makes sense. The third-party
The
guest
Trinity.
stars.
getting their asses kicked by a mortal.
Well, dweebs, you'd be surprised. Smash is where you can have a regular man fight a hedgehog, fight a super soldier, fight another super soldier who uses a cardboard box, fight a giant wielding swordsman of sorts, fight a giant penguin, and you get the idea.
You know, it's
Yeah.
easier to fight
Pingu
on
isn't
slope
a Smash character.
No, DVD.
Are you sure?
It's especially easy going uphill.
No, it's like when John Cena pops out of the screen. Are you sure about that?
Like when he's about to ambush somebody.
Next, Mega Man. He was born in '87. The first Street Fighter came out in '87.
Yeah,
Thanks for
I'm
the
not gonna
trivia,
make
Sakurai.
any. I'm not gonna make any Sonic jokes.
Watch, as Sakurai gives trivia of the guy he's beating the crap out of.
Yeah. Hello, this is Mega Man. Mega Man was a popular Capcom series, but I blew him up now, so.
Hey, it's a perfect representation of what Capcom did for a good portion of time.
But when I talk to their team, I'll call them your company's.
And unfortunately, while other companies probably would have had other franchises ready to go to fill in the gaps, Capcom didn't really have that many.
Oh, that was close. Yeah. But I won't give in until the very end.
Oh, what a interesting person you are, Sakurai, not giving up until the very end.
Yes, against the final boss that is Pac-Man!
Oh no,
Oh,
It's bad to keep using the same.
that
move,
looked like it
seriously.
hurt. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
what
kind
the-
of goes.
this is
That's
a-
how players read you.
This is a representation
wait,
of Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. It goes on for way longer than it should, and it eventually
Yeah.
gets boring.
Ridley, Ganondorf, and Bayonetta. I get Ridley and Ganondorf, but Bayonetta too, I guess. Dark Aura?
possibly a reference to the how the two other characters from the SNK fighters, but again, a limited experience, so I don't know who are we referring to specifically.
Possibly.
That was a bad move.
What are these infernal buildings?
Foreside.
That's what I imagine Ganondorf to sound like.
Now for a scary one, Bayonetta.
Even Sakurai admits that Bayonetta is a two top tier.
Which is why she got nerfed
I'm giving this
hard
everything
for
I've
this game.
Oh, that was just dangerous.
I'm
And, there
fighting
we are.
against my own creation. Well, my
Hey,
own
does
fighting
he count
game
as a Sega-
creation.
Does he count as Sega representation in this game?
Yes.
Yes, remember Dweebs, even despite Nintendo involvement, Bayonetta is still a Sega IP.
It's a Sega IP that's probably going to be exclusive to Nintendo for a while.
Yeah, just happens to be like that.
The evil has been
Time for the
defeated.
final battle. It's not Master Hand, but Ryu, Ken, and then
Of
Tay.
course, it's like
I knew it,
against
I
other
knew
fighting
it.
games characters.
And look at that, Ken's one of the opponents. And of course, the final opponent is Terry himself.
Hard.
Trust no one, not even yourself.
Pretty much.
I'm not pacing this out very well. I'm starting from 150 HP, so I wish I defeated Ryu
Capcom
before my HP
intensifies.
dropped to 100. But I can't give up until the end. I have a super special move.
Well, despite it being
He's
based
strong,
off...
Sakurai.
I'll say, despite it being based off of one character, I've actually not been as
But this
bored
is no
as
time
I
for
was
chit-chat.
afraid it might be if it was just gonna be
Really
Terry.
tough doing this while talking. Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
This is no good. Got it. It gets even tougher from here.
Of course it does.
the banter.
I messed up a perfect shield.
Again, if Sakurai ever gets to retire, maybe, just maybe,
Here
he
he comes.
could have a future as a
Gotta be on guard.
YouTube gamer.
Sorry about if there's any background noise, by the way.
Eh,
Oh.
But with
we don't hear
Holly,
any.
If I could have pulled off a super special move, that would have been awesome. Alright, did I make it
Don't
to
get too greedy.
9.9? Yes, I did.
Oh no,
That's
Terry
hard
lost.
work.
Yes, he made it to 9.9.
Yay!
Wow,
Terry
incredible.
Terry Bogard is really fun to play as, so I hope you enjoy playing.
I can only
as
make
in
it
such
to, like,
situations.
Now fuck off, you ungrateful shitbags.
There, that's my pilot for my new YouTube gaming
talk
channel.
Of course, let's
Now,
take a look
piss
at that
This
song
time we have
collection.
something very special lined up for you. For instance, when we were deciding which songs to include in this set, we thought
Curry
about
Kid
concentrating
Tom
on
flavour
songs
from
related to
Cough
Terry.
14.
But there
Yeah,
are a
so
lot of
related to
big
Terry
themes
are
in
hard
the
to
songs
match
that
the
didn't really
battles.
fit the mood of battle. That aside, the music
Yeah,
of
the number
SNK
14
has
reminds me
always
of
been
it. I
great,
get that.
right from the beginning.
Fantasy 14.
So this time, we selected tracks that could be called SNK
So
style.
do you have at least one track
Basically,
from
we
Metal
expanded the
Saga?
selection
That would
of
be
it to
nice.
include series
I've
outside of just
forgotten.
Fatal
Can you
Fury and King of
can you
Fighters.
have music from another franchise playing
SNK
over a
songs have
level
always
from
been
another
great,
one?
really.
No,
Yeah.
they're still tied to the stage
No.
where they are.
Well,
unless,
okay.
well, to be fair, no, Joe, there are the tracks that are from IPs but do not have a stage, like Baten Kaitos.
Yes.
So,
We did a
Yes,
lot
it
of digging around.
depends. Also,
And finally
if
managed
you
to
use
narrow our
Smash
many
Builder,
candidates
you
down
can
to-
wait,
technically do that.
seriously? Oh, no, we had to narrow down between. Okay. So how much did you have to count
Something like this, of course. So we submitted our 50 proposals to SNK, expecting them to pick out maybe 10.
Oh,
or
okay, I
20
need to
that they
listen to this.
considered
What they did.
acceptable. But they told us they were okay.
So wait,
As a
What?
result,
seriously, 50 tracks?
What?
That's like
It said on the
that's almost the double of the Castlevania ones.
50?
received
50?
an unexpected
Okay,
okay.
let me check the titles: King of Fighters, Art of
this was a
Fighting,
very special
Fatal
one-off
Fury,
case, and I don't think we'll be able
Stormy
to do the same for
Saxophone
other
2,
series.
very
To
good.
be
Ikari
honest,
Warriors,
I think that being able to
Metal
hear such a
Soldier,
selection
blah, blah,
might make the Fighters Pass
Yes, where's the main theme of Metal Slug?
Whoa! Holy cow!
I do hope you'll
So,
enjoy it. Challenger Pack 4 comes with a Spirit board too.
And it's a new arrangement apparently because it's got the star next to it.
Oh,
Have a
more
look at the
spirits.
background. If
Of
it looks familiar
course.
to you,
So do we
you'll
have
start feeling
Mashiani
any
at
style.
least as a spirit,
Shintaro-san's
Sakurai?
artwork is always
Let's
so nicely
see.
lined.
Also, nice stage reference.
You can also look forward to mock tournaments featuring each of the characters. That old school Athena
Nope.
and Ralph and Clark artwork really is
Damn
something.
it. I wonder if he steals involuntarily, she's like a me costume or something.
maybe.
We haven't got that yet. Oh, there you go. Alright, let's see who got the chopped.
Oh,
chopped
God.
block.
I always hate this part.
What
What's
what
this?
part? Did they sacrifice somebody?
Oh, this is that character from Samurai Showdown. Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, the one with the bird.
Nakuraru. Nakuru, sorry.
Another one that people were hoping would be the Smash representative, but oh well, here she is as a costume. Looks good. Oh, Art of Fighting.
Yeah, Ryo Sakazaki. Of course, Yori Yagami had to give you a costume.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh, another Virtual Fighter. Oh, of course, it's the Akira Yuki costume.
Was wondering where that was.
And also we have a Jackie Bryant.
I thought Virtua Fighter was Sega.
It is. It's weird because there were no Virtua Fighter costume or Virtua Fighter games on Nintendo console.
Wait, that's all the Mii Fighters?
Weird.
That's less.
And one of them is pretty much recycled.
One of them's not even from SNK.
Two actually.
Two of them.
Jackie Bryant is also from Virtua Fighter.
Yeah.
I meant one of the
75 cents each.
I meant one of the
SNK was also
franchises.
involved with the Mii
Oh,
Fighters
and of
at
course
the
it's
time,
coming
so it
out
has a strong
today.
fighting game influence.
It's out
It borrows a
now.
lot from the series
75
included
cents. How much
like
is
the
that in
Wind Slash attack.
pounds?
So I
Sorry,
hope you'll
pence.
enjoy those little
I
details.
think it's still less than a pound.
Moving on to Amiibo.
About
Here's the new
50.
Oh,
line.
the new Amiibos.
59.
Simon, Chrome, and Incineroar.
Very,
Each of
very
these will be
good.
released on Friday, November 15th.
I think Smash is the only game who's still caring about amiibos.
Huh.
Next,
There-
let's discuss the details of the
Has there
update.
been a core in the
We've made
Vivo?
some
Small
releases
improvements to
and
battle arenas.
Because how much Joe would
First,
love.
we're making
I
it so
guess-
you can
oh,
send
and
messages to each other
you
in
can
the
send
battle
messages,
arenas.
I guess, better
The messages are
matchmaking.
preset. So there's that, and also the player who created the arena can now change from
Oh.
Small improvements to battle arenas.
We've also added the option. to
Great,
play
and now
as a
Alpharad has an
battlefield
excuse
form
to
or a
make
megaphone at
another
random
level
in
9
space
CPU
that
tournament.
Oh, I can't send the message to
Aside
Jova
from that,
saying
you
your
can now
character
pick elite
sucks.
only as an elite.
Elite only. Oof.
Furthermore, quick play won't be the only way to play with people you don't know. As long as the arena type is set to public and no password is set, we've made it so anyone is now free
Yeah,
to join.
only the best
So I
can
hope
play
you
here,
enjoy
no noobs.
Terry is due for distribution on November 6th.
Yeah.
If you have the fighter's pass, you'll be able to get him
So I'd
straight away,
imagine,
or you can purchase
I'd
it
imagine
separate.
commentary channels like Brain Scratch would welcome this mode.
Well, I think
Yeah.
that
When you
wraps
get
it up for our
interrupted
Terry
by
Bogard
anyone.
showcase. I hope we were able to convey his appeal.
I guess that's it.
By the way, his reveal trailer was aired in advance.
Appeal.
It was created using SNK.
No, he said the real trailer was made in
Complete
advance.
version of it, including the gameplay portion, is
Oh.
finally
I was just gonna say,
I'd like to show
appeal
it to
what? Are
you.
you being sued?
Oh, as a sort
Now,
of
this is
bonus, we
something
have
of
like
an
a
inside
complete
story.
version of the teaser
Of
trailer
course,
that we
with
got
the
last time.
SNK's Pixel art pack reveal trailer.
Oh, BRB.
When the invitation comes out, you
Oh.
might
As you
think
mean,
how it says,
you're being
"Don't be
sued
late."
by
S. That is not what I wrote. It makes me think, ugh, this is why I hate Inside. After leaving it to the staff, it snuck its way in there. I just want you to know that the S is also the Super Smash Bros. Series S. Well then, let's move on to the intro movie.
Very
What time it
nice.
is in Japan at the time they're watching this?
I'm not sure.
Is it like a bit late at night over there?
Max 330 mega. Pro Gear spec SNK. Of course, we all remember how this started. Don't be late.
Next time, Nintendo will release a Neo Geo console through its own hardware division. Call it the Neo Geo Switch, totally not the Nintendo Switch, we swear.
I wonder if my Sharana will show up in this too.
Sorry, we just got back. What happened?
Oh, they're showing us the complete version of the
No,
intro
yeah, I
movie.
knew that, but he was asking something to me.
I wonder if my Sharana will show up in this.
No, Joe, it's pretty much clear at this point that Sakurai was right. I guess, I do wonder what the reason could be, because she's just as iconic as Yori or Geese Howard.
I can see it now, hashtag justice for Mai.
There should be no reason, technically, for her not showing up like this. It's not like Sakurai is afraid of, voluptuous characters or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's got Samus in this game, and
Well, to be fair, she has like a complete bodysuit and everything. Samus has more of a cleavage. Sorry, Samus. Mai Shiranui has more of a cleavage.
Classic. Of course, Kirby gets the hat.
I think one thing that not all people remember is that the second challenge in new characters is to actually make a decent copy ability for Kirby.
you see, guys, whenever Kirby beats someone, he takes a bit of his victims and puts it in his
Yeah,
shrine.
sure.
I mean, why not? If Pokemon could have that kind of story, why can't
Waves,
Kirby?
the Pokédex entries do not need to be, taken seriously, but
We crammed in a
no.
little too much
Eh?
content this time. Hopefully, I'll be able to make future
Get a little bit
showcases
behind
a
you
little
guys,
shorter.
so.
Wait.
yeah. Hi, Sakurai, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Thank
Oh.
you for watching.
I just came up here to say goodbye.
It's like at the end of a Super Mario Bros. Super Show, where like, stay tuned after these messages, and then immediately we cut back to the credits as soon as the commercials are over. What the fuck?
Well, didn't a lot of American shows do that?
I don't know. But anyway, when it comes to this, yeah, Terry looks complex, and it looks more like a proper tribute to fighting games than Ryu was. Ryu looked more like a prototype than anything. But this Terry really looks like the Sakurai went for a step away. I guess the improvement technology helped, because remember, Smash 4 had the limitations of the 3DS, unfortunately. So yeah, this is nice. Again, the only weird thing is just the absence of Mai Shirano. I guess there has to be a specific reason, but whatever, I suppose, because everything else checks out. Again, I'm not the super experienced, SNK fan outside of Metal Slug, but I do know the fighting games by fame. So at least a couple of characters I could spot. Of the DLC Fighter Pass, Terry still isn't like my super favorite choice. But I think both Banjo and the Dragon Quest hero share the top spot for now. We still need to see who the last one of the first pass, mind you, is. So we'll see. But for now, decent enough. Next.
Yeah, I'll go next. Yeah, it was definitely a good thing that they warned us that they weren't going to have any unrevealed fighters. Like, definitely a good choice on Sakurai's part. I'll admit, I was expecting that there would be more than just talk about Terry and SNK, but I'll admit, I was not bored. It definitely helps that Sakurai has a rather flavorful way to keep the audience invested. And it wasn't just some, trivia here. It was actually trivia mixed in with some fun stuff here and there. I am a bit weirded out that we got so few Mii Fighter costumes. I mean, don't get me wrong, the less condemned to Mii Fighter hell, the better, but still, it is very weird. Okay, shout out to the fact that they got 50 SNK songs. Like, holy cow, wow. Like, and the fact that apparently the response to these 50 songs was, okay, is just simply beautiful. Like, and there's even representation for Metal Slug. Hooray. That was quite a surprise. Terry, yeah, like Tia said, Terry looks like the Street Fighter in Smash principle taken up to its natural evolution here. He has a nice flashy moveset, and it's definitely one that rewards the more skilled fighter here and there. Like, well, you can still use him, but if you know how to use these more classic fighting controls, you're probably going to get rewarded a lot more. Yeah, the visuals look great. It definitely is nice and interactive. He says, "Are you okay?" So thank God. And yeah, Terry looks like he'll be fun to use. And I guess I will be using him since I kind of bought the Fighter's Pass and the Gecko.
I didn't.
So yeah, good showing, Sakurai. Looking forward to what the fifth and final of those 5 will be.
As for my final thoughts, well, again, I'm even less familiar with SNK than Tio is, so...
Well, did you play the Metal Slug games, Leaves?
Yeah, but that was... How long was that ago, though?
Yeah, Metal Slug do not, like, have a complex story or, like... too much stuff to remember. So it's not like you need that much of a memory, but whatever, go on.
Looks alright. That's about it. Again, yeah, my inexperience with SNK kind of just, it's just kind of, it doesn't really lend much to final thoughts, so that's about it.
So yeah, that was the Smash Direct. It was actually fun.
I will see what the next announcement will be. Maybe at the Game Awards, Jova, just like Joker was last year.
Would not surprise me, and then they'll probably release it somewhere around February or January to culminate with the fact that they did say that it was going to
possible, but I'm not
would
sure.
End by February 2019.
I suppose, Jova, but consider the time frame. Like, Terry was teased back in like what, July, and
Oh no,
like,
no. Terry was teased like back in, I'm gonna say
at E3. No, you're right.
No, he
September.
wasn't.
So like
That was
two months
September.
of difference. 2 months of difference. So we need to see where's the next trailer and what the time frame is gonna be. But well, I suppose we'll see eventually.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, I guess we'll see you for the next at least direct. I suppose.
Yeah, we'll see you then.
Yeah.
See ya.